Hi guys, good to see you again. I hope you're keeping well. Well, it's just a quick tip really, this video, just a quick tips video. I was running an online session over the weekend. Thanks James if you're watching. Had a great chat, great catch up. And we were talking about the quickest way to alter your settings. If you're photographing football, half the pitch is in shade and half the pitch is in bright sunlight, what's the quickest method of doing it? Now I have run over this briefly in a video, one of my football videos from a couple of seasons ago now, and I think it might have been lost in that video a bit, so I just thought I'd do a video purely on that. Now the correct term for it is safe shift, but really it's a second set of settings at the press of a button. So instantly as the players are running into the shade, press the button, it changes all your settings instantly. Shoot the action in that shade. If the action goes back into the bright sunlight again, release the button and your original settings are back there in a split second. Yeah, it's called Safe Shift, and I'll quickly show you how to set it up on the camera body now. Obviously Canon, there's no Nikons in this house, but I'm sure there's a similar term for it. But anyway, I'll show you now. Right, so let's get started. I'm going to hit the menu button. And as you can see, I'm already in custom controls. I'm in the 5th section of the 5th menu, custom controls. It's ticked, so I'm going to hit set. And now, I think in the video last time, I used the autofocus on button, the back button, because I don't use back button focus. I'm a bit of an old dinosaur and can't get my muscle memory right, but that's a story for another day. But just in case some of you guys do use back button focus, let's choose the recall shooting function as the AE lock button. It shows you on the back of the camera or on the body where all these buttons are positioned, so you can basically pick and choose. I think James used, he ended up setting his R6 with one of the front buttons. But anyway, let's go with the AE lock button. So we're going to hit select on that, and then you have to scroll to the recall function, and then we're going to hit info. So we're going to hit info at this point, and that takes us to where we can set that second set of settings. So we just hit the joystick across to the left and it takes us into the shooting mode. Now I want to stay on manual. Obviously you can choose one of 4, so let's keep it in manual. Want to be in control at all times. Currently it's set to 2/50th look, so let's go into that. Now I'm currently shooting at 2000th and I want to stay at 2000th. Even though the action's going into the shade, I want to keep the shutter speed at the same speed. So we're going to keep that at 2000. I'm shooting an f2.8 currently. Let's keep it at 2.8, and this is the main setting that we need to change. Obviously in bright sunlight I'm at ISO 320. If it goes into the shade, if the action goes into the shade, I need to have a lot more sensitivity on the ISO. So let's crank it right up to 6400 and choose that. Metering mode, I'll keep it the same. White balance, it's in shade already from my last lot of settings, so we can keep that in shade. Obviously you can change it, so we'll keep it in shade. And so on. Marge, selection mode, I'm on single point, so that's okay. And so on. You can go through all the different settings, but I'm not going to bother changing any more. So that's the 3 that we're on with changing. So just going to hit the shutter button, and now I'm going to hit the info, and then if I see at the moment we're at 2000th at ISO 640, that's my current settings, and I'm in cloud at the moment. If I hit that star button, it changes to 6.4, and you can see also that my white balance is changing to the shade. And it really is as simple as that. So you keep your finger on the button while all the action's in the shade. They run back into the bright area, release the button, and it goes back to original settings. And it really is that easy. Now obviously there are different scenarios that you could use that second set of settings for. I think in the video that I mentioned it, I used it for pan blur settings. So really slowed my second set down to like 1/25th, something like that. F11. Kept the ISO the same, and then if there was a single player on the ball running sideways across my frame, I'd just hit that button, keep panning, and I think I got a nice pan blur actually. I'll pop it up now. It worked okay, sometimes it doesn't, and it's just nice for that scenario. You know, you can set it at the beginning of the match for what you think. If it's a flat day, then go for a bit of pan blurring. So have your settings really slow and try and get a nice pan blur, and then if he gets tackled or if the action carries on, release the button and you're back to your normal action capturing settings, you know. So yeah, but I mean, you could use it in other scenarios, I suppose if you was, I don't know, if you was on the beach and the light changed and you wanted to keep the settings same to get the tide, you know, just nicely blurred, and the sun all of a sudden came out and you got bright settings, you could hit that button so that you kept the action the same, nice and blurred for a bit of a long exposure, you know. But I know we're in landscape, you've got a bit more time to play about with settings. But mainly for match action and sport, it's a real vital setting to use, and I say it comes in really handy. So obviously on the 1DX that is, but I know, like I said, James set his on his R5. I think it was his R5, his R6. I think he set it for one of the front buttons, and yeah, he was quite comfortable holding the lens. And then for his second set, he was just flicking the front button into them settings, into the shade, and yeah, hopefully it worked well. But anyway, just a quick video today on a tip, and I might try and run a few more tips videos just to keep things going and keep my eye in with the vlogging. But anyway, leave any comments below, guys. Let me know how you get on with that. If you do use it, or if you're going to try it, let us know how you get on. And yeah, brilliant. Well, thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Look forward to your comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can and catch up again soon. All the best, guys. Take care. Cheers for now.